down the beach every day with my dog, when they're running around playing in the sea or jumping around in the sand dunes. It's a really wholesome way of life.
Every day is a fight for Emma to stay in North Devon, where she's lived for most of her life. Short-term holiday lets have soared since the pandemic, she says, thinning out the housing stock.
The short-term let situation is really beginning to push local people out, because many people in this area are actually on the minimum wage, and if you work out somebody's income on a minimum wage and then what the actual rental prices are, they just don't match up at all.
UK coastal tourist hotspots boomed after the pandemic, injecting cash into the economy and attracting more permanent residents too. The southwest now has the highest concentration of holiday homes in England.
So do you like that it's a touristy part of the world?
I do, actually, I do, because you get, in the summer it's a lot busier, but then also in the winter it can be a bit smaller.
There's a shortage of local housing for local people, and on the other hand, it helps the tourist industry and encourages people to come here.
When Charlotte's tenancy ended, she struggled to find anything within her budget in her hometown of Barnstaple. Now relying on support from the council, she's found temporary accommodation, but miles away from her friends and family.
Do you think local people are bearing the brunt of this problem?
Yeah. People renting out and obviously doing B&Bs and hotels and stuff like that, when there's people in the local area that are trying to find a home for their family and to be close to their own.
She says she now can't afford to drive to her job. The fuel cost has doubled. She's now stuck in limbo.
We've had to try and unpack everything.
Do you think, is it hard to imagine having a permanent home in the future? Do you see that on the horizon?
Not at the moment. Everyone's saying to hold out and hopefully you'll find somewhere, but until you're in this situation, you don't know for yourself what it's really like.
The government is consulting on a registration scheme and ways to give councils more control, supported by local MPs.
Would you like to see them, for example, have caps on the amount of short-term lets in Devon?
If you can prove in a particular area there's a problem, there should be a limit to the amount of homes that can register as holiday lets in a certain area.
Do you think the central government is helping you in East Devon? Do you think these measures have come too late?
I think the national government is coming my way, actually. When we look at what they've done with regards to council tax, we look at what they're doing with the registration scheme, which is coming soon, and I'm working with them on that. We're going in the right direction. I wish it was quicker, but I always wish things were quicker.
Housing is set to play a major issue at the next general election. In fact, researchers have outlined 108 constituencies along the UK coast that a majority are held by the Tories, and they think they're vulnerable to changing hands in the next general election based on housing alone. It's what they're calling the sea wall. Devon is a prime example where pressures on social housing have never been more acute.
For voters like Emma, the cost of living crisis has also hit hard. A potent mix that could turn the tide in deep blue seats. Serena Barker-Singh, Sky News in Devon.